More commentary. Iran's ambassador to India announced that Tehran is ready to negotiate with the U.S., provided that Washington refrains from its plan of illegal demands.
Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Just trying to log into my YouTube from here. I'm having some troubles. Uh, just so I can respond to the chat too. Alright. Hey, what's up, Malo Adventures? Yeah, let's get it today. So right now my camera quality is not the best because I'm using my phone to trade. It's gonna get lighter though. Right now it's a little dark. Should probably help it. So the way I'm gonna do it, I think I want to show this once market goes live in about 8 minutes. I don't know. I might actually, I'll just keep like this and keep flipping back and forth because I want to see. I have the 4-hour chart. So yeah, I'm focused on QQ right now. And I'm not sure if you guys just heard some commentary about potential ceasefire, or I forgot what he said. It'll come up. Yeah, nothing in the small caps today. I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to sleep. It was not really worth trading. So let's see. We'll do this. All right. So in the 5 minute, we have the trend approaching the 200 moving average. Okay. 15 minute. What are we looking at? Where's my 200 on here? My 200 is on this yellow, so we bounce off it. So that is pretty significant for all support. We'll see what, the tape looks like or on the Skylit, but I mean, it looks like we've already tested support in the pre-market. I don't see us going down today because the market's already trying to price in the ceasefire. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna use that 200 EMA as support. I don't have a I don't see anywhere that might be a double bottom. Maybe here. Worst case scenario, we flush because it is, 608, 609. QQ is pretty volatile. 4-hour chart. Let's see. We are on a MACD change to the negative, but we're covering off the 20. That 200 keeps coming up. So we'll see. I'm also watching Palantir because I did take position in Palantir. At least two for 136 calls because of that Trump tweet. At 131, so this could explode. Really, this could explode at the open. I'm anticipating some resistance maybe at this 20 EMA, 35. Let's see. I'll show you guys right now on X. Let's see. Well, we got some time. Sea Blast. Okay. This guy's also looking at Palantir. He's watching for Palantir on the upside. So he looks at gamma exposure levels. Same thing like me, but except I'm only looking at it from the indexes. But he has gamma exposure levels, so he's able to see the strike prices, and he's anticipating a 135 possibly. So he uses this tool. So a lot of traders use many different tools to trade. He uses Trade Echo. I've tried using the free version on my phone, which I have with me right now, but I'm not using that, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a paid thing where you have to pay to
Remember,
get
so
the
we
most out
continue
of
to
it.
see strength in markets
But yeah,
following those earlier headlines regarding Iran willing to speak and talk to the U.S. We are seeing the S&P and Nasdaq hitting pre-market highs.
so right now I'm gonna be trading off my phone. Be looking at QQQ, and we're just gonna wait. See how SPY is looking. I might have the Skylit up on a different screen just so I can look at it at the same time. Probably switch between that and the charts back and forth. Yeah, right now it has not updated. Right now this is from Friday's close. Alright, so now we just wait. Yeah, since we have some time, I'm gonna go over why I didn't trade in small caps. So I woke up, had the scanners open. This didn't really hold.
Remember, you
This
got about 2 minutes till the open.
is too expensive. ELAB has been on and off, and then honestly after that I just went back to sleep. I kind of just gave up. I was like, all right, this is gonna be a slow morning. RECT. I think I think RECT had a good move. Let me check. All right, so quick, like 3 minutes, but sometimes that's all you need. All right, cool. So didn't miss too much. I'll take that. Let's see how I this is a SPY. All right, so SPY is already going up. This is the action I'm going to be following. So I'm anticipating QQQ to also make the similar move. Yeah. CIWM. All right, cool. I'm expecting resistance at 613 because that was Friday's resistance. We'll see what Skylit shows. We got a minute, and it's common resistance between beginning of March. If we explode after that, I don't know, maybe 615, but we'll find out. Market's already pumping, so we're not going to jump in on anything right now because this would be suicide. Jumping in would be straight suicide. Do we have data at 7? I don't think we do, but I'll check my phone right now. Market's about to go stupid. Existing home sales at 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. If you're Eastern, it's
Members
10.
markets are now open. Good
Okay.
luck, everyone.
So I like to always look at like, okay, what are the options like prices looking like? Sometimes they're like a little cheap. I don't know if you can see right now, but I'm assuming you guys are. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are also trading at the same time. Uh, okay, so we're in the middle of a trend, so that's something to be cautious about. So let's go to Skylit. This is what I'm seeing on Skylit. So we have to look for the king node with the most exposure, most orders. SPY is 677. So this is the floor. Until we start seeing some orders building up above, then I guess that would be telling us, um, room up to that level. And then I have to look at the chart. The chart's going to be first, then Skylit, because that's a confirmation tool. So it's not going to be like 100%, just a confirmation tool. And then the purple means more volatility. So if we were to go to SPY, I guess it'd be more, I don't know. From what I was reading, purple means more volatility, um, more yellow, green, more slower price action. Or negative, sorry, negative, I mean, not purple. And positive, so right now QQ has a positive gamma exposure environment, so it's gonna move a little bit slow. Oof, I am lagging. Volunteers at 129. So let's see what kind of push it does. It flushed right now just from 131 to 129. Alright, I'm gonna see how that chart looks right now. Might close this tab. We don't have a cross yet on the 15 or the 920 cross. It's close though. It's pretty thin right here at the top right. It's where I'm watching the 15-minute. So that's going to be pretty significant though for a continuation. And then our tool. So right now our king node is at 612. So close to 613 from where previous resistance was on Friday. So see how this plays out because this environment changes pretty quickly. And hopefully the stream isn't too laggy. Okay, so environment's slightly changing. So you can see the king node right now is at 609. So a positive environment. Things are being held still right now. I don't have a direction yet. 609, so that's floor. This stream might be pretty long. It just depends what they decide to do. Okay, Palantir at 130. Alright, so first 5 minutes. Mark the high, mark the low. Let's see how it does on a break. All right, so we're still being held at 609. There's no direction yet. And from the chart point of view, it does make sense. I mean, we're in the middle of a trend, so I don't expect a decision right now. But that's a pretty quick pullback. Yeah, huge drop on QQQ. Not huge, but bigger pullback than expected. How does the 1 hour look? All right, so some resistance formed, 610. That was high of day for pre-market. And that was at 5. Yeah, a little choppy right now. And honestly, it makes sense. I mean, if you look right here, more positive within these ranges. So it makes sense that this is choppy. I'm gonna check SPY for just a quick second because I'm gonna see if that's the same. All right, looks the same. Yeah. Mm. At the King node too, 677. There's a lot of orders stuck there. Volunteer keeps going up. We did sync at the open. That's why looking at other stocks kind of keeps me away from the choppiness sometimes. Uh, the daily, it's kind of messy on my end. Yeah. People try to take so many puts on the way down, but a lot of people got screwed over within the last couple of days. Volunteer sitting 130. 137 or 130.70. Let's see. Just trying to check my news outlets, see what's going on, at least on X. But if I'm gonna hear about it, it's gonna be from the squawk.
I remember I was watching Goldman Sachs GS trending back to lows, down about 4%. Also seeing weakness in the BKX.
Another stock I was looking at too, MRVL, did mark some stuff out for this one. Well, it's had a really good run, but again, I don't know. It's a semiconductor. When things When something's really, really bullish and it's taken off, you don't know where the end will be. But I don't know. Find out. No position on that one yet, though. Only the volunteer. Volunteer's hitting 131, I believe. So we're still within our range, within 608, 609. So yeah, we're in a pretty tight box. Now, what I could see is that the 609 becomes the floor. Well, we have room to move up to 612 potentially, but I don't know. Right now, everything's just being held. It's waiting for something. I think 10 a.m. Trump said something at 10. Let me look at it. What was it? If I can find it. I think that's what the market's waiting for. That guy says too much stuff. The U.S. to blockade ships entering or exiting Iranian ports on April 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is April 13th at 6:43. So I'm pretty sure the market's waiting for something, because this is the truth. I don't think you guys can see it there, but yeah. No, it makes sense why this is choppy. Let's see if he's gonna chicken out. Trump always chickens out, which is a taco.
Members watching continued strength in this CRWV following all the recent headlines we've been seeing on the name. Also watching Oracle, ORCL trading up 3.5%. Highs of the day.
Just gotta be patient and wait for the setup. Now, what's interesting is the SPX is indicating potential move to the upside or a wall. So, I don't know, today could be choppy. Today could be one of those days. And if I don't get a trade by like 8:30, then I gotta dip because I gotta go to work. So that's why I'm in my uniform. If this was Tuesday or Thursday, I'd stay longer, but stream for like 3 hours. It's kind of long. Let me know if you prefer having this on or the charts. I'm assuming we're all looking at charts, but just let me know. So we're breaking through our EMAs. At 1 minute, 200 EMA is also important too, because you can see it was already approaching that area and immediately bounced off. Closed on 610 on Friday. Oh man, this is lagging just a little bit. Yeah, SPY is going to stay pinned until that king node starts moving elsewhere. We're going to be here for a bit. It's already at the spot price, and the spot price is the the current price that it's at. So probably not the best case scenario. It's not right now. When you start seeing more flow into these strike prices. Volunteer's on a good break right now to 131. That puts my calls 104 gain, so that's good. Oh, okay. See this pop. Now you see at the 612. Do you see how those orders are starting to gather? Everything just went up. Hmm. I wonder if we even get a pullback. I'm watching everything. I wonder if we even get a pullback, guys. All right, I'm taking my profits on the Palantir for 150 gain. I'm selling two. Wait, sell one, let one run. That's what I'm gonna do. Sell one, let one run.
Coming from New York Post, says Iranian officials are studying abandoning uranium enrichment as a U.S. condition for ending the war. Uh, we are seeing a pop in markets off of this headline by the New York Post. Members, those are starting to hit some wires now. We are seeing a volume uptick in markets, a downtick in oil.
Let's see. That moved pretty quick. 611. Now it's building up to 613. I'm gonna wait for a pullback. I'm gonna wait for that retest. Retest back to 609, 610. Getting right now is pretty elevated for what I was looking at.
On TBRG, some takeover talk on the name circulating. That's on TBRG.
Yeah. Or it could be, we could be headed towards a wall because now the king node is at 609. This might be choppy. This changed very quickly. Alright, I took profit on both my volunteers. So one plus 80 on the day, and then the other one plus 52. Yeah, 80 and 52, 130, 130 gain. So I'll take it. Better than nothing. I can buy my groceries. All right, but yeah. So if you're looking at the charts, just pay attention to how that king node is switched immediately. So we're gonna get brought back down to 609. Now that retest could be at 611. Previous. Whoa. Okay. This is our range, 609, 612. Yeah. Next big order is here at 609. That's our ceiling. So we don't have that much of a range, 609, 612. So, This could be like Friday. Friday it headed towards that king node, and that the orders kept on building up. But the thing was, I think the king node was, um, I think it was yellow, and I think it was positive. So that might make a difference. When it's positive, I think it keeps price pinned. When it's negative, I think when it's negative, it's better. Again, I'm still trying to go through all this, trying to see how this is applied so far. I mean, the last 2 days since I've been using it, it's been working. So, a bit of a learning curve.
Remember, seeing continued volatility, traders are mentioning that post article was a some commentary out by a reporter that was mentioned previously, but now being circulated via wires. Keep in mind that we are seeing that volatility on these markets.
Went back up.
New York Post also circulations via uh, traders and desks. New York Post, Iranian delegation's inability to communicate with leadership in Tehran one of the reasons for failure of Islamabad negotiations?
Things was still a little bit choppy. Yeah, this 5 minute EMA has been extended since 5:25. It's been going on for a bit. 15 EMA has also been going on for a while. It's still not 7 a.m. yet, so I don't know. 7 a.m. change the environment. All right, good thing I sold my Palantir on that pop. Oil looks like oil already took a drop down. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing in oil. 103 to 136. So the top over here, when I was reading, it said that these were, well, this is not good. This is going to indicate choppiness. Positive gamma, not the best. They said don't focus on the color too much, but when there's a bunch of these green, yellow, um, yeah, mainly green and yellow nodes surrounding the entire, surrounding the spot price, that means peak of clouds, which is not good either, because that means it's going to keep price pinned. This is IWM. 611 break.
Remember, take a look at your existing home sales expected at 4.07 million, coming in at 3.98 million. That's lower than expected on existing home sales.
Oh, it looks like it broke through the high of day. 612. I don't know. Prices, new week gap, opening gap filled. I think it's bugging right now. Holy slow. Right now it's looking like calls, but I don't like how it's responding to its break. I don't like how the nodes are looking right now. We'll see how it retests the EMAs. 612 is where it topped. May have to go for those 612 calls, maybe. So now that flow is changing to 613. Still, this is what happened Friday. Friday, we had this rejection. Orders kept building up at 613, and then this was very similar. I'm on futures, took long at 654. Users trade both. What messes you? So you trade futures and options. Dang, that's sick. I have to take puts here. Because now this chart supporting a rejection, it's between 609 and 613, so it's going to be one or the other. Either one's going to be a ceiling and it's going to retest again and reject like it did on Friday based on how this chart's moving, or 609, it could bounce off. Weekly is pretty bullish. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of fuckery happens. 704. One Trump, I know, right? One Trump tweet away. Just one tweet can change this all. I still find it funny where Trump literally said a whole civilization will die tonight. His own words. I'm gonna wait for the retests because we've only broken out once, so we have not retested from this previous high at 609.97. It's usually retests at least once at some point before another move higher. But I notice I usually get a little bit too high. Ooh, the Palantir squeeze up again. Did 130, damn, so a little too soon. It's okay, take more profit. 36, missed out on $36, so not the end of the world. $15 looks good. Yeah, I did. I took Palantir calls over the weekend. Trump tweeted about it, and I mean, I made it like 136. Yeah, around 136. And they printed. I mean, Palantir went up. Right now, pre-market high is 133, so it's heading towards that high. It's at 132.62. Trump tweets about it. That's bullish enough for me. He never tweets about like stocks like that, especially when he put the ticker symbol too. He put the ticker symbol literally, which I thought was insane. He didn't have to do that, so I don't know. I thought that was not a bad idea. It paid some decent amount. So we're still hitting that rejection. 612. Calls would have paid if this pre-market move happened at the open. 100%. That's why I don't really like pre-market sometimes. Cause it just makes the open like very indecisive. It's not Trump's account on X. It's on go to Truth. You have to download Truth app because that's how you Truth Social. It's Truth Social. It's an app on your phone. Look it up, and just that he posts everything there. People on X they repost his tweets from there. Yeah, Baron Trump loaded. I mean, still think there's some more room to the upside. It's really the overall trend is still pretty bearish, but it hit pretty good support from I think March and end of February, I believe, because it did dip to those levels at like 126 like a month ago. That 4 hour it looks really good. Looks like it's ready to take off, but I don't know. It's still some resistance. It's not taken off yet, so I might take another position, but we'll see where things end today. And if it takes off without me, then I am not going to take that. But maybe for like a next week expiry, potentially. Right now, I just want to focus on these QQQs. Okay, that king node keeps switching indecision. Yeah, that king node keeps switching between 612 and 609. It's indecisive. Right now, this is telling me to wait. This price action is not it. That first pop was nice if you took longs, but didn't really hold. Oh yeah, we'll see on this first retest. Okay, what I'm going to be eyeing if we do retest, potentially a 611 call. No wonder I follow 3 accounts on X that repost same tweets. Yeah, you have to go into truth. It took me a while to figure it out. For a while I didn't know until like last year. I'm like, oh shit, you just go in truth. So yeah, we do have some support though. The 200 EMAs is right here. It's not that far down. The key node means the highest gamma exposure. So there's a lot of strike prices. So in a positive environment, from what I was learning, when there's more positive, dealers are usually, or like market makers, they're gonna sell on the rips, buy on the dips. So since this is more positive, you see how this is more positively dominant. So that's what will create the choppiness. But negative environment, when it's more negatives, right now it's more positive than negatives, but negative is going to be more volatility, so trend will follow through. So right now it does explain a bit of the choppiness. You see how it they sold on this rip. With the king node, that's usually an order piling up at that exposure at that price level, but it can also be used as a ceiling, which is obviously resistance, or a floor, which is support. But sometimes, depending on how this looks, sometimes the king node can be all the way up there, and then I think on Thursday it there was room to the upside to 610 because I think we opened at 609 and the king node was like at 610 and we ended up moving up to there. So again, I'm still getting used to using Skylit. Right now, this is showing that it might bring it down to 609, but I don't know. This range isn't. Right now, the action's just slow. Your entry got fucked by that 645 green candle. Oh, this one, yeah, dude. Oof. I am lagging like a like a bitch. All right, there we go. If I'm going puts, I'm gonna look for 610 or 611. We'll see what happens. And then this, I learned that this could be considered a gatekeeper node. And still, again, I gotta go through this and memorize all these terms and what patterns will reflect on here versus the chart. All right, so we're approaching our first retest of the high, or I guess new support. All it takes is one headline You go puts, and then the headline just rapes your puts. So I'm being a little cautious right now because, man, we're not the waters yet. We're still in headline territory. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think on my video 2 days ago on Thursday, I put a link to the X account that uses it. Feel free to check it out. I mean, he always posts, um, his tool. They're working on something where they have wherever you see these nodes, they implement. It's called an atlas. So these nodes are going to be visible on the chart. They're working on something like that. So these people are very smart. These people created tools, very like useful tools, I think. So yeah, just give it a shot. It's pretty expensive though. So we have a good cross. The nines over the 20s. So maybe this 15-minute won't fade, and looks pretty bullish. When you took your longs, what longs did you go for? Wow, Tesla went up a lot. Still 718. I could still make money before my job. Got at least a little over an hour. You can also type in on Google too if you're interested in like learning about Skylit. Google will tell you. Like the Google AI. Like I don't know when Google AI was implemented, but it knows a lot. It's pretty smart. I think it's smart. Futures enter off a fair value gap. To get the gap filled. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. That's pretty good support off that VWAP on the 1 minute and 9 EMA. We'll see though, because see. To be honest, without this tool, I think I would have already entered in a position, probably for puts, but I don't know. Because then this can be interpreted as a ceiling too. On Friday, the node was not too far off. This king node was on top of this barnacle node, that where this purple was. So the pink, the yellow was on top of the purple, and then that's when we had that wall, and then sold off from 613. This shows a little bit different. So But the first thing they teach you is that don't focus on the color, focus on the magnitude of size at the strike. And then, well, charts first, then you look at this. Sorry. This has got to be the slowest action. Ton of consolidation. Oh, let's see what happened. Let's see what's happening. Look, sure we're all looking. Kind of trade ICT. Been learning it for the past 2 3 months. Straight away from small caps, Ross cap. Yeah, small caps are hard. Like I don't blame you because there's some days where I'm like, man, is this really for me? And then some days it is, and some days I'm like, I'm not gonna take anything because it's very cyclical. Which where for the options or futures, there's opportunity to trade something every day, but obviously you don't have to trade every day. So there's more opportunity, and wherever there's opportunity, I'm gonna go towards that. And when small caps get popular again, or when they start running more frequently, like every single day there's some sort of runner, then I'm gonna get back on it. But there were more trades this month, and they're all green, so I'll take that. Ooh, okay. Fake pump. My candle was green, but we are starting to break into the averages. I learned not to panic at a candle or a middle candle. Let the candle close and see what it communicates. And this is likely going to be a doji candle. Okay, Trump posted. Iran's navy is laying at the bottom of the sea, completely obliterated, 158 ships. What we have not hit are the small numbers. I don't know. He just posted some shit. I may take expirations for tomorrow. Considering how this action might be, this is not good. Because then data decay will eat me. This does look good for RIP. So did pull back on the 9. Let's see, April 14th. April 14th. If I'm going to go tomorrow expiration, I want to look for at least a strike above 612 break. Okay, so now this king node, this ceiling, or the floor started moving up. We could get some rejection. See, now it's going back and forth. Now this is getting tighter. So we could break out. Or stay like this the whole day. Sorry about that. I know some people right now that are in some calls on QQ, a little bit worried because of how this action's going. It's not really moving at the rate of direction that they want it to. Man, this will eat your expirations or your entries. Right now, 612 calls are 100 each. Puts are for 611 are 138 each. So yeah, he just posted that like 3 minutes ago. This has been the slowest morning so far. Actually, no. I think I've had a morning where I've entered since to like 8:30. This was like on a Tuesday. So right now our high 612. We've already retested one. Yeah, I guess we've already retested once at the previous high. No, we're just ranging, just ping-ponging back and forth. Volunteer back at 132. I might miss out on a little bit of more profit on volunteer. I don't know if you guys can see here. Actually, what am I doing? I'm just gonna pull it up on here. That way you guys can see what I was seeing. Four-hour EMA, a MACD. Could go explosive. I could regret selling pretty early, but I don't know. Just want to take my profit and go. Because it's been overall weak, too. I thought it would pump a little bit more. Like, at least it 135, but it didn't. Alright, so now our king node still at 609. 611, 609. Positive environment, yeah. We're gonna keep seeing this back and forth for a little bit. I need to review a day because on this you can also have replays. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you can go replay mode, so you can go to previous days. So this was Friday, and you could see how it looks, which I think is pretty cool for like back testing. So you could practice. So you can go back on this day, on the previous days, and correlate this to the chart. So this was Friday. Friday, you see how there was this wall movement at 6:15, and I sped this up by 5 minutes per second, so that way it goes up faster. We didn't get a move until it got closer to 6:15, and this is what I was talking about. This wall happened, and I think this was like a gatekeeper node, I believe, and that's when we kept flushing, like back to like 610. I don't know where we ended up. I think it was just 610. Yeah. So that's why I also like this tool because you can go back and back test. Okay, similar situation to Friday. Pink node was on top, and the barnacle node, the bottom, and then that green node. $15-minute chart. It's kind of bleh. Hey, no problem, Benjamin. Appreciate you watching, bro. I don't know if anyone's done live trading on options. I mean, so my position will be right here, trading on my phone. But hopefully this is helpful. Markets are waiting for a headline. You can just see it. You can just see it in their eyes. They're waiting for a headline. Apparently Tesla calls went really parabolic today. It went from 347 to a high of 356. Damn. Waiting for something. Another Trump tweet. No. I mean, Lightspeed, I don't have the capital for that, but interactive brokers, not really. I honestly prefer Robinhood. I mean, the only issue with Robinhood I have probably be maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't find much issues with Robinhood. If I can't get filled, it's because I was slow on my end. But plus, I like trading from my phone too. I know you could do the same thing with interactive brokers, but everything's just been on Robinhood for me, so I don't want to have too much. Because I already have Charles Schwab, I already have like Roth, and I already have the Robinhood. And then I did open up, I think, another offshore broker account, but I didn't deposit any funds because I was going to transition to that for the small caps to bypass PDT rule. But apparently Ross said that we were going to expect some news this week for the PDT rule change. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, I wasn't going to do anything offshore anyways. So my financial advisor, or I guess, well, not my financial advisor, but my accountant didn't recommend that. So to go offshore. So I was like, okay, well, I'll stay on Charles Schwab. Hopefully, man, that would be huge. Just bypassing all those. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Look, on my Charles Schwab, on my Thinkorswim, I don't have the PDT rule applied to me. I trade in a cash account, but I've been able to trade with unsettled funds. I'm not even joking. I've covered this in like a previous video, I think 2 months ago, but I'm trading on unsettled funds and I have not gotten a restriction. Before, every 3 months, they would allow you to trade on unsettled funds once and they would give you that warning, but I haven't gotten that warning. And I tend not to overtrade because obviously I'm going to be losing more if I do overtrade, but I have not gotten a warning. Like I've been trading basically on the PD2 rule or the modified PD2 rule, which I think is weird because I normally would have received an email where it says your trading is restricted to only settled funds on Thinkorswim, and then every 3 months that would reset. It was weird. It still is weird, but I'm not complaining. But on the Robinhood, it would be nice though to bypass that. But then again, over trading, so still nice to have instantly settled funds. But yeah, more volatility in the markets, that'd be crazy. No, no, I always use my buying power. Right now, my buying power is like 368, and I've been using on the Charles Schwab because I've had to pull some out to take some money, take some profit. But like, so I'm obviously eating more into the cost. Like, it's weird. I don't even know. Like, I figured that out like in January this year, and I was like, what the hell? So I thought I was pretty stupid, but stupid and good, good stupid. I'm like, well, that works. Is basically what we need is margin. Yeah, I'm not even. I don't want to use leverage. No, no, leverage is too scary. I think the markets are watching me. They're saying that day trader mode is going live and not give them any moves. I think that's what they're saying. But that's why I don't like pre-market. Well, this pre-market wasn't that bad in terms of moves. We've seen worse pre-market moves or bigger pre-market moves, but still, I feel like sometimes it exhausts a lot of stuff at the open because this is a continuation from the pre-market low at 605. I haven't taken puts yet. We haven't closed below the 9 EMA. We have not. And we haven't even retested 612 either. There, it's too dark. I know so many people right now. Well, I don't know many people, but at least some people in the community. They're in calls right now, and they're like, "I need to get out on the next pump because this is not looking really good for them. No positioning, not in any position right now. Wait, nothing active. Just waiting. Hopefully tomorrow can be good for small cap stocks. If I see the environment's like good, I'm gonna go because I owe you guys one. I have not done one in a while. We might not even get any trades today. Of course, when I go live for the first time for options, What's up, Kaden? How you doing, bro? Nice seeing you in the comments. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we've only had that one jump, and didn't really. That wasn't. It was decent, but just very slow continuation. Small caps is tough. Yeah, 100%. Small caps is tough, but it's so rewarding. So rewarding when you just get in and out, and then you're up like however much you decide to trade with. Is there something happening today at a certain time that I'm not aware about? Let's see. The Bear of Wall Street, I know about him too. You switched almost 90% to shorting small caps. Yeah, I've seen some pretty good short opportunities, but I can't really short. But also, yeah, maybe Ross has tried shorting in the past, and maybe he has almost gotten himself into a bad situation. I don't know. You get scared once, and then you get that fear instilled. But if it works, it works. All right. Let's see what's happening today. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, sometimes in the morning, if I don't trade anything, I'll just watch Bear of Wall Street. It's pretty good. I'm gonna consider April 14th expiration. If I can, if an entry is presented, I want to be looking at April 14th to day trade in and out, not to hold overnight, because I can never hold these overnight positions with the indexes. No, even if like it seems obvious, like last week when Trump said he was going to destroy Iran. I mean, I don't know. I guess that was a given because was he really going to flatten out a country? No important news. Core PPI tomorrow. Shit, I didn't even check that. I haven't checked any of the news for the rest of this week. Oh, dang. Okay, that makes sense. They're gonna be waiting. Gonna hold the price. What do you use? I forgot. I use Market Watch for my news, like the economic data reports. Do you use something else to track that? I just go on their website. If there's something else, like let me know. I'll check it out. I'm also, let's see, Charts Watcher. If you guys haven't seen my post on YouTube recently, not the upload, but the community post. Forex Factory. Check out his video. It's another platform, Charts Watcher. I don't know if you guys use that, but I'm gonna have to try that next month and see how that works. Because I already paid for like this month for Day Trade Dash. But it's been helpful with like shorting. Like what makes more sense than going long? I guess it's easier for things to follow through in small caps. Like what have you seen? Like that's easier. We're still bouncing off that 9, but we was closing red on the MACD.
On CHWY, seen some May weekly 25.5 call activity honored by the offer expire May 1st. That's CHWY. On CROX, talk of a new position out by Greenlight Circulations. That's on CROX.
This is QQQ's 4-hour chart right now. Forex Factory Core PPI is only red folder this week. Okay, I think I've seen that before. Forex Factory. All right, thank you, bro. I will look into that. I'm assuming red is the most important, or most um, people will be watching. That's a pretty good probability. Yeah, that's true. Most small caps don't. There's only like two or three. There's some days where it's like a lot, but most of the time there's only one or two. Even in hot cycle, not a lot of things will go up at the same time. It's usually one that's taking over that most people are trading. I know when. Not gonna lie, guys, puts look pretty enticing right now. They may pay. Or this just could be a long stretch of a pullback and a grind up before a move. This goes up to like takes the stock or takes QQQ all the way to 613. I don't know. We'll see. We haven't retested that high yet, so we'll see how it reacts on that. It's slowly approaching it. Oh, Palantir squeezing. It's at 133.40. All right. Let's see how this closes. We did hit the high of day. Let's see if we can get it close above or below. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot quiet. I had to take a message for work. I work at a medical office, so sometimes we have drug reps that bring coffee. I'm in charge of like getting sometimes. Well, I work with I do other stuff, but I'm in charge with like reps and just gathering orders for like coffee or food. So it's always one person that has to coordinate that, right? All right. It failed. It closed below. Mm, Not the not the break that some people on calls were looking for. Let's see how SPY moved. I have not rated that. Same thing. That node keeps moving. Now it's flowing into 609. But this chart doesn't support a downside yet. Just because we kept bouncing off this EMA. Wants to break through. Still nothing yet. What are you guys looking at? What kind of areas are you guys breaking into or targeting? Tech is ripping today. I want to see how it does at 613. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Some people in the Discord took calls. I could have taken calls with them, but I don't know. I don't like this press action. Really not a fan of just being in the slow, choppy move up just to get flushed down. Small caps has been primary focus, long bit biased. Yeah. Yeah, dude, some people make a bunch on just like weekly options. It's pretty crazy. Like Amazon made a pretty good move last week. Insane move. So I have some stuff on my watch list that I'm potentially looking at. Okay, this is a good flush. Still waiting to see where it closes because it could bounce off the 9 and then just continue going higher. Looking at the 1 minute for potential entry too. Almost hit 613, not quite. Now this king node's at 609. That's good that you're done for the day. You're just waiting out to see. So right now this the king node and 200 EMA is at 609, so this does make sense. from how this is looking. I'm gonna take a 612 put. I'm taking 612 put for tomorrow expiration, 250. That's the price. If I can get filled, because it started moving pretty quickly. All right, I got in. I think the safe bet right now is just to go with one position. I don't know if this helps. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, I got a 612 for tomorrow expiration. Today expiration could work. Shit, it's dark. Could work, but I'm just
Remember some commentary out by the New York Post um, contributor who posted those who made the comments regarding Iran earlier. We're posting some clarification now. Says this took off unnecessarily, and now I have a responsibility to clarify. All I meant was the proposal centered on Iran giving up its nuclear program that we knew from VP JD Vance on Sunday. It's still a possibility that Iran could accept that point. None of this is new, which is why I haven't published anything on it. NYP.
yes, I'm in puts. I don't know how this looks on there, but yeah, puts for 612 tomorrow expiration. Let's see how these go. Okay, it's going down. It's pretty good. Breaking through the EMAs. Up 11 right now. Price target is this VWAP. See what other people are saying. You guys notice that change? 609. King node switched from 609 to 613. Could be considered a wall now, potentially. So it's matched from what I'm seeing. Holy crap. Still have leftover phlegm. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Benjamin. Appreciate your support. Thank you for the luck. Have a good day, bro. Yeah, this is exactly what happened on Friday. Orders kept piling up. The order flow gamma exposure kept on increasing to 613. That purple node was right below it, and then there was a green node right below that, and then flushed. Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, it still can. It's just that like overnight pre-market move. Just I don't know. I feel like I just screwed it up, like momentum wise. Still holding, looking for that rejection off the 680, 612.88. Yeah, that flow keeps on going up higher. And then SPY's and SPX's king node is at the bottom. And this is exactly what happened Friday too. The spot price was way above the node and it flushed down. Let's see. Very big orders. Over time, it just increases. Thinking about adding one more, but I'm only down 10, so not a crazy amount. So I'm typing in the chat. I got 15 minutes left, guys. That's the only flaw with the options is a little bit more of a time wait, but I think it pays more. I'm adding one more. Just lowered my cost average, 5 cents cheaper. So I'm at average 248. Gonna be looking at the 1 minute chart to exit. This 1 minute chart looks like it's ready to flush. My price target actually moved up. I'm gonna be looking at the 20 EMA, 611.30 to get out because I can't trust that this will bounce aggressively. right? Cool. Going down in price. Just broke through 612. It's breaking through. This is gonna be our first 5-minute closure below the 9 EMA. So that's pretty good for us. Oh no. All right. Oh, just recovered. $30-minute trend line. I don't think he has 30 minutes on here. Yeah, does look like it so far. But I'm still holding. They're really keeping it pinned, for sure. The group I'm in, people had already said that they already took their profits on their calls. They exited like as soon as they pumped again up to 612.88. They they were waiting for another pump up because they didn't sell. Um, they didn't get to sell here. As soon as it dipped, they were holding through this long trend up. So they sold on their next pump. Oh, nice. You traded on prop firm. Yeah, you said the weekly gap filled. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let's see how this breaks the quarter half dollar at 75, 611.75. I want to see how that breaks through. Because now that EMA, I want to see how it does at the quarter half dollar and into the half dollar. I think that's gonna be a pretty good area to sell. Again, this could go down further if it does break through, but I'm not gonna have time to hold because I gotta go to work, and I do not want to hold through work. That's like the worst case scenario. Okay, 611.76. Looking to exit soon. Okay, recovered. Bounced up to 83 cents. Holding at that quarter half dollar. On the 1 minute, we're below our
Remember seeing that
EMAs.
volatility in Dell, HPQ, following a semi-accurate article says Nvidia is negotiating to buy a large PC-oriented company.
I have my hand on the sell button, like literally right as we speak. This is the slowest. QQQ has never been this slow. All right, reject that 612 again. Yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna see some, or maybe later today. If I don't get, if there's no moves like right now in the early morning, it's probably something in the middle of the day or at the end of the day. If not tomorrow, but yeah, one of the two. Retesting a quarter half dollar again. There's my exit. I'm getting out because I don't got time. All right, didn't make too much, but I made $27 plus. I actually made 190 today. 190. So not bad. So let's see. All right, I just sold it. Those two sold a day. So let's see. 27 on here. On the Palantir, I made, let's see, 80 on one of the calls. I sold pretty early, and the other one I sold a little bit later. So 80 and 52. So yeah, it's not bad. 130. No, it's actually, that's not 190. Hold on, because I forgot I'm in other positions than like for other stocks. 160. So not bad. We'll take it. The base, that's a hit. That's a base hit. Not the base hit I was looking for, but today's not the day for good stuff. All right, take care, guys. Thank you for